Hey there, Matthew here. So I have the JBL Flip 6 here, and we're going to do just a quick review of this Bluetooth speaker and see why it is probably one of my top 3 favorite Bluetooth speakers. So stay tuned. So the JBL Flip 6 takes the Flip 5 and it just brings it up a little bit better, makes it even better than it is. This is a great Bluetooth speaker. Size, sound, everything like that is great. So you take that, you make it a little bit better, and you get the JBL Flip 6 here. Overall, the look is very similar to the Flip 5, as you can tell. I don't know if you can see that, but as you can tell, it is very similar. The only real difference when it comes to looks is that you can tell on the logo. You have the older JBL logo right here, and then you do have the newer, more updated logo here, and it does go in line with the Charge 5 logo here. So that is going to be JBL's new logo branding right there. And so that's one of the big differences between the two when it comes to looks, is that logo. Also, a big difference would be kind of the base radiators. If you can see here, you do have that on both sides versus on the Flip 5 right there. But other than that, there's really not a huge difference. I think the speaker itself is basically the same. There is this little plastic thing right there, and that does help for the speaker from rolling back and forth. It kind of keeps it in place at a set position, so that is nice. But other than that, the looks department, it is the same speaker for the most part. Now let's just go over some of the other stuff, I guess, just so in that way we do cover those bases. So physically, again, you do have the new JBL logo. The actual size of this is very, very nice. It is about the size of a Dr. Pepper bottle or a water bottle or something like that. You can fit it in your backpack in that water bottle holder, which is really nice. It does give you just some portability with that. I do tend to put it in my water bottle holder backpack. Overall, it is a great size. It's not too big, but it's not super small like, let's say, I think it's the JBL Clip. I just feel like that Bluetooth speaker is just too small, and because of that size, you don't get as good of sound quality just based off the size. But with this, the size is perfect for being portable. It's not going to weigh too much in your backpack, and it just feels really good in the hand. It's like holding a water bottle. This is a larger water bottle than usual, but if you can kind of take a glance at the size of this, and of course it's about the same diameter as well, so you do have that for reference. But other than that, it does have Bluetooth 5.1, which is really nice. It is updated from the previous Bluetooth 4.2 right here in the Flip 5, so that's really nice. I'm glad that they updated to 5.1. I know last year I kind of harped on them because for such a great Bluetooth speaker, and being in 2021, they decided to go with Bluetooth 4.8. I don't know why. 5.1 was available, 5.2 was starting to get there, and so, but they did put 5.1 in here. So you do have the low battery 5.1 Bluetooth standard here, which is really nice. It doesn't have a auxiliary port, which is a little bit sad. So if you were planning on connecting this to a TV via 3.5mm headphone cord, auxiliary cord, or anything like that, you will not be able to. It just connects via Bluetooth on here, so just be aware of that. It does have a USB Type-C charging, so you do have the USB Type-C charging port right there, so that kind of brings it up to date. The JBL Flip 5 here was the first Flip, I believe, or the first JBL speaker really to have that USB-C charging, and I'm really glad that they did that. They used to have that micro USB charging, and that's one reason why I never bought a JBL Flip speaker, but now they do have that USB-C charging, so that's nice. This is, I believe, IP67 water and dust resistant, so they did bump that up versus the IPX7, which means that it was water resistant and waterproof, but it wasn't tested for any physical damage, so it put that X there. But here it has been tested for physical damage, so you are able to be a little bit more rugged with this, a little bit more demanding with this Bluetooth speaker, which is nice that you do have that. This does have multi-point pairing, so you and a friend can co-DJ a party if you want. You can both have your phones connected to this speaker at the same time and then just go back and forth on what song to play. So that is nice that they do have that. Another cool feature is that this does have that party boost, so you can connect this to a ton of other JBL Flip 6s, Flip 5s, Charge 5, stuff like that, and you will be able to play music through all of them. It is really cool. However, you do need a JBL Flip 6 specifically to actually do the left and right stereo audio pairing feature. So just be aware, if you want to do a left and right channel, you do need two JBL Flip 6s. You can't do a Flip 6 and a Flip 5 or Flip 6 and a Charge 5. You do need Flip 6, Flip 6. So be aware of that. But overall, I really do like that. The one downside that I'm not a huge fan of with this is, yes, I do like the look of the bass radiators here. They look cool, especially when they're playing music, and you can see kind of the punchy bass being through this. It's like the subwoofer in a car, something like that. It's really cool. However, you want to throw this in a gym bag or throw this in a backpack, you do have to be careful not to puncture these bass radiators right here. I haven't, and yes, I am pushing them in. I don't suggest doing that, but I am. And it does give you some feedback right there, but I would be a little bit worried if you just threw this in a backpack and you may have some pins or have some other stuff in your backpack, like a pair of scissors or something. If you want to have a pair of scissors laying around openly in your backpack, that's up to you, but I would be careful with doing that. That's why I tend to put this in my water bottle holder of my backpack, because it does keep it separate from everything else. But then again, it uses my water bottle holder, so then I don't have that for my water bottle. But yeah, I am kind of a little bit nervous about throwing this into a gym bag or a backpack. If I do, I am very careful how I place it in there or where I place it in there. So just be aware that you do have that issue with this. It's not a major issue, and I'm sure a lot of people haven't had a problem with it, but I'm a little nervous when it comes to that. I know the Flip 5 here came with a cool little case. It wasn't really a case like traveling, but it was a cool case that you could put it in to keep it protected, but this does not come with that case, so just be aware. That is, in my opinion, probably the only downside of this Bluetooth speaker. If you want a Bluetooth speaker that sounds, in my opinion, almost just as good, maybe slightly under this, and you want to not worry about those bass radiators being punctured, you do have the Bose Soundlink Flex right here. It is a great Bluetooth speaker. I've been quoted in my Bose Soundlink Flex review video saying that this has become my favorite Bluetooth speaker, and right now it's probably a toss-up between the two. They both sound amazing. They both are very portable. They're about the same weight, in my opinion. The Bose is a little bit bigger, but they both look and feel amazing, and they are both very durable. So I do still like this, and this is a speaker that I do tend to reach for when I do put it in a backpack. This one, just because of the bass radiators, I am a little bit more careful with it, and I do kind of keep it in my nightstand, or I do keep it on the coffee table here if I want to just listen to some music while laying on the couch. So just be aware that you do have these exposed bass radiators, and you might want to be a little bit careful when you place them in a gym bag or a backpack. When it comes to the sound, overall, if you have a flat sound, it sounds basically the same. It's not super different. Slightly more definition in the highs with the Flip 6, and that is because the JBL actually added an extra tweeter in this speaker, where here you do have the JBL woofer here, and that's it. And this woofer right here pushes both the highs and the lows. The JBL Flip 6 here actually has a woofer here and a tweeter here, or maybe it might be woofer tweeter. Either or, you have two speakers built into this rather than just the one, and so that does give you a little bit more definition, a little bit more separation between your mids and highs and your lows, which is really nice, and so I do like that. Now, the big difference is that JBL took the Flip 6 and it actually gave it the ability to have an EQ setting. They updated it in the JBL app, and that is one reason why I really do like the speaker, and I actually got the speaker. At first I wasn't going to buy the speaker, but when I heard that it does have an EQ app versus this one, which does not bring that into the app itself, I thought, well, that's a game changer. And it really does make a difference. You can change it. There's three. There's the bass, the mids, and the treble, or bass, treble, high. I don't remember which one it is. And it does actually make a pretty good difference. I do like that U shape, and so I like my bass a little bit higher. I like my mids about even, about a 2, and then my highs a little bit higher than that. And that does give you some good separation between your bass and your highs, and then some good vocals as well. So that's my preset. I believe it's a +8, +2, +8 if you do want to hear basically what I am hearing and what my preference is. So it does come with this. Some people thought maybe if I update the app, I'll get it with the Flip 5, because that is the case with the Charge 5 here. You update the app and it does give you the EQ presets and all that, but it does not do that with the Flip 5. So be aware of that. It is only available on the Flip 6 and the Charge 5. But sound-wise, with my setting, I really do think it makes a huge difference. It just gives a little bit more oomph in the bass end, and it gives you a little bit more separation and a little bit more defined vocals, which I really do like. I want to be able to hear my vocals, but also have some good deep lows. And with the sound and the EQ able to be adjusted, you do get that with the Flip 6. This really does sound amazing. Probably one of the best Bluetooth sounding speakers I've ever heard, and something that costs $130. You heard me right, $130 for this bad boy, and it sounds amazing. It sounds just as good as some $200 speakers, some $300 speakers, in my opinion. Sound is objective, but at least in my opinion, it sounds just as good as some of those higher priced speakers. But other than that, for $130, this is a great Bluetooth speaker. However, if you do have the Flip 5, I would say it's not to the point where you need to upgrade. Save that $130 and get something else. Maybe a pair of Nothing Ear 1 earbuds. That's $100, I believe. So overall, this is a great Bluetooth speaker. And for the price, it does sound really good, and it is a great price. You do get a lot of bang for your buck, so to speak, with this Bluetooth speaker. Is this worth $130? Yes, this is definitely worth $130. Great sound, great customization in the app, great features, party boost, stuff like that. and IP67 water and dust resistance. So again, $130, definitely worth it. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to be notified when I post another video. Until then, everyone, stay safe.